Hi Virgo, welcome to your November 2020 Astrology and Tarot reading. This is Sweet Tea Astrology and Tarot, and my name is Erica, and I am so glad that you found me and joined me, and I appreciate you coming back if you've watched me before. So how are you doing? I hope you're well. We've got a lot of stimulation going on for you at the beginning of the month in between your 8th house and your 2nd house resources on both ends, your personal resources and shared resources. Mercury goes station direct in that 2nd house on the 3rd of November. So hopefully things will be turning around for you if you are waiting for money to come in. Resources as well. It doesn't just have to be money, but money is a big resource. Could be that you're more clear on the resources that you have as well, and time is also a resource. So you could be doing more time management. We've got Venus opposite Mars on the 9th, and this is again between your 2nd and 8th house. And then on the 10th, we've got the energy shifting to the 3rd and the 7th with the Sun trying to Neptune in the 3rd house and the 7th. Mercury enters Scorpio on the same day in your 3rd house of communication. So, what do you need to say? You may need to say something to someone and have an emotional conversation with a person that you consider close to you. Doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic partner, but it could be. On the 14th, we've got the Sun sextile Pluto. This is going on between your 3rd house and your 5th house. That communication, like I was talking about. Mars is also stationing direct in your 8th house. So more stimulation as well, maybe in that 8th house of other people's resources coming to you, or intimacy as well. On the 15th, we've got the Sun sextile Jupiter going on between the 3rd house and the 5th house. We've got Venus square Pluto. This is its 2nd house opposite the 5th house. And then in the new moon, we have on the very same day, is at 23 degrees, 17 minutes of Scorpio. The Sabian symbol from Dane Rudyard is at 23 degrees, a rabbit metamorphoses into a nature spirit. I have the definition of the word that I can't pronounce down below. And it deals with Christian theology, especially in the Roman Catholic Church, the conversion of the substance of the Eucharistic elements into the body and blood of Christ at consecration, where only the appearance of bread and wine are still remaining. This new moon for you is occurring in that 3rd house, so there is some sort of new communication, possibly a new neighborhood coming around for you, you moving to a new neighborhood. Some of you may be getting a new telephone or communication device. Or it could be just like you're getting back in touch with your siblings, if you've got them, or people that you consider siblings. On the 17th, we've got Mercury's shadow opposite the planet Uranus. This opposition is occurring between your 3rd house and your 9th house. On the 19th, we've got the Sun sextile Saturn, a sextile between your 2nd house and your 5th house. That's really nice, playful energy. Throw a buck down on a lottery ticket, and maybe you'll win, maybe you won't, but if you do, you can tip me down below. Venus enters Scorpio. This is your 3rd house as well. So the communication that you are having will tend to soften and probably be more harmonious at this point. It could also be a little bit more active in your area of locale. Could possibly having some exes or people who are interested in you sliding in the DMs as well. On the 27th, we've got Venus opposite Uranus, 3rd house, 9th house stuff. And then on the 30th, we've got a full moon lunar eclipse in Gemini, 8 degrees, 37 minutes. This is occurring in your 10th house of career, status, and reputation. I will be filming another series for y'all concerning this eclipse once I get finished with this portion. And I'm halfway done. Close to halfway done. Almost halfway done. The Sabian symbols from Dane Rudyard, Gemini 8 degrees, aroused strikers surround a factory. You can look at it as a revolt against privileges. And Gemini 9 degrees, a quiver filled with arrows, which speaks to conquest. So some of you are really going to be looking at an ending in that 10th house because of the indications that are applied to the full moon lunar eclipses are that something has come to its fullness and is being eclipsed out. So 10th house could be a female in your workspace. It could be you if you're a female and you're in a high position in your workspace. It doesn't have to be, but it could be. It plays out differently for everyone. but it deals with career status, reputation, and dealing with authorities and authority figures in their field. For some of you, it could be that you've been going to school, you graduate, and now you're going to be that authority in your field. And if you are graduating, congratulations. This year has been a shit show, and you've stayed on track. Kudos. Let's look at your cards. So the first card that we received, Virgo, is Amethyst. It deals with peace, balance, and self-control. It helps heal and amplify the vibrations of the crown chakra. Amethyst heals the layers of addiction and brings balance and focus and unity to the bearer. You've pulled this card because you need to achieve a deeper state of peace and balance within. Meditate with Amethyst to access more profound relationship with spirit, soften life's unfolding trials, and stop turning to unhealthy sources for comfort. Amethyst. This right here is also a big amethyst cluster that has a tea light spot put in it. The second card that I pulled for you is from the Psychic Tarot Oracle card, and this deals with mental conflict. It also shows up as a number 2 card, and you do have resonance in the second house, especially at the beginning of the month. There is something that is on your mind that you are conflicted about and that you want to speak on, but you just don't feel like it's time yet. The best time for you will be once the shadow is cleared, and that would be after November 19th. You won't stumble over your words, and until then, you can work on what you need to say and how you need to say it so that you get your point across clearly without dragging your trauma along and getting to a solution as opposed to just beating yourself and the other person up about it. Card at the bottom of the reading is the Hanged Man. Hanged Man in the Rider-Waite Tarot. This is the 2 of Swords or the 2 of Spades. It deals with peace through self-discipline and freedom from distraction. The 2 of Swords in the Rider-Waite is the female character or the feminine-looking character, feminine-presenting character, with her eyes blindfolded and holding the 2 crosses in front of her. It's a defensive pose. This is the Hanged Man. He has no swords, and he's hanging upside down. Which are you? Are you fighting? Or are you surrendering? The card at the bottom of the deck was the 6 of Cups or the 6 of Hearts. This is also the Lover's card in the Rider-Waite deck. Speaks to beauty, love, and union. It could also be tied to a Gemini. You do have that Gemini resonance with the full moon lunar eclipse in Gemini in your 10th house. So it could be that some of you may be possibly ending a relationship through work, or maybe one comes to you through that area of life. Not for all of you. Some of you be careful though, especially if it's still during the shadow period. And this is again being recorded in October and will be uploaded, so we're still in Mercury retrograde phase right now. It may not be everything you want it to be. Now, the card that deals with the recent past is the 6 of Pentacles, the 6 of Diamonds. It deals with harmony, charity, and cooperation. It could also be involving or revolving around a Libra, because in the Rider-Waite Tarot there are scales that are in the imagery of this card, and I always think of Libra when I see it. This card makes me also see that imagery, want to pass it on to you. Charity, harmony, cooperation. Aim for that. Let that be your mantra. We've got the Jack of Hearts, so this could be the Page or the Knight of Hearts or Cups. Unconsciousness coming to the surface, contemplation. I would say I would spend more time writing in my journal or accessing people that aren't necessarily your friends, somebody that is you invest in, like a therapist or something, so that what you say isn't personal or personalized. You can get it off your chest and able to move on about your business for some of you. And okay, here we go. We've got the 2 fish. Pisces could also be involved in this mix for some of you. I'm seeing the Aries glyph right here. Some of y'all may be concerning yourselves with Aries, especially with that Venus opposite Chiron, 2nd house, 8th house thing. Final card in your reading is the 6 of Spades or the 6 of Swords. Again, this is somebody leaving. It looks like a female representation. We've got the full moon in the background. leaving worries behind, or a transition is coming to you. Yeah, Virgo, that's what I've got in the cards for you. I hope you're well. I'm sending you a lot of love. Take care of yourself. And if I had to give this month a theme, it would be Virgo. Focus on your resource management. I love y'all. I'll see y'all for the Gemini Eclipse video series really soon. Bye.